Jim Fisherman here. In today's video, I'm going to poke a hole in my kayak with this ice pick, and then I'm going to show you how to fix it. Even though I'm not stupid enough to actually puncture my kayak with an ice pick, I was stupid enough to do it with this fish hook. I'm going to show you how to fix it permanently. Let me show you the hole. Here's a close-up of the hole. I'm going to show you how to fix this without any special tools, but what you are going to need is some of this Loctite vinyl, fabric, and plastic cement, and a piece of patch material. This one came with the kayak. Let's get to it. First thing we're going to do is completely deflate the kayak. Then you want a piece of the patch material, and what you want to do is you want to cut this in a circle. You want it to exceed the hole by 1 inch all the way around. One important thing to know about this patch is it has two different sides. One is checkerboard and one smooth. The checkerboard side goes to the kayak. It should look like this when you get done. This patch might be a little big for that small hole, but it's better than being too small. Now take the patch, center it around the hole on the kayak, and trace it with a pencil or a pen. Now you're going to take a piece of sandpaper and lightly roughen up your patch, and you're going to do the same thing to the kayak, right where the patch goes. You don't need to get carried away with this. This just helps create a stronger bond. Now clean off both sanded areas with some alcohol again. Both the patch, checkerboard side, and the kayak. And then let it completely dry, and we'll get it patched. Before we put the cement on both the patch and the kayak itself, we want to gather a few things up. A couple rags, either a little paintbrush or some kind of a stick. Oh, and something really important. Something to use as weight. You can use a brick. I'm going to use these plates that go on my press, but you can be creative on this. Now that everything's ready to go, let's get it patched. Place a small amount of the Loctite onto the patch itself. Spread it out. You want to spread it evenly. If you put too much, it's just going to come out when you put your weight on it. So cover the whole patch evenly. Then, once you get that done, you're going to want to do the same thing to the kayak itself. The reason why I cut the patch in a circle is so it doesn't get snagged on anything. If you have corners, they tend to snag. A little more cement. All right, we got it on there. Let's apply the patch. There we go. Let's get something under it. I put a rag underneath this brick so it doesn't damage my kayak. And then you want to get your weight on top of this. And this, I actually caught fishing. It's a 2-pound lead weight that goes on a scuba diver's belt. The packaging on the Loctite says that it's ready in 30 minutes on the front. When you flip it around and read the instructions, it says 2 hours, but it's not waterproof for 24 hours. So I'm going to wait the full 24 hours, and then I'll get back to you. Let's unveil our masterpiece. This video was supposed to be about showing you how to catch big walleye. Instead, it turned into a how-to video. Here we go. Here's our patch. I'm going to get a close-up so you can see it, but it's perfect. Here's the patch, and as you can see, it's really solid. I can't budge any of the edges. Let's put some air in here and make sure it holds air, and we'll be done. It's inflated now. I over inflated the side with the patch just to make sure it's going to hold air. And then I'm going to spray some soapy water on here to make sure there's no leaks. Let's check for leaks. I'm going to spray it with some water with a little bit of soap in it. And you want to look for bubbles and listen for the sound of hissing air. And I hear or see none of that. Success. Perfect patch every time. Thanks for watching, Jim Fisherman.